one of the big sports in South Africa is, of course, badminton. Badminton is also an Olympic sport. And to tell us a little bit more about badminton on Cape Town, I've got Mike Noone, the chairperson of the junior structure of badminton in Cape Town, on the line with us. Mike, are you well on that side?
Well, thanks, JP. And yourself?
Yeah, no, we carry on. Difficult conditions, as we know, but we keep putting one foot forward at a time. Mike, badminton, same as with all of the sport codes in the country, took a big knock 3 or 4 months ago. How did you guys deal with it when you found out that your sports structure essentially got put on hold?
Lots of angst from some of the players. It was a tough time for many of them, and still is, because we're not back on court yet. But having said that, I was part of a structure or team that put a proposal forward to government, and we got the okay last week to actually open up. So we're going through that process now.
Mike, over the last 3 months, I'm assuming you've had to reach out to the players and the members and the parents and the families and everyone to tell them what's going on. How's the spirit been? I mean, amongst the players. I mean, we know that they're all so passionate about their exercise and they're passionate about coming down to the training session in the evening, and so you have to do all these different things to keep them happy.
It's tricky, but you do what you have to do. There's some guys out in Ocean View. We've got a club out there, and they're the guys have actually done a lot of stuff outside with the social distancing and that, but they've got into jogging on the roads around Komiki, Ocean View. Yeah. They've done the exercises and everything else. They've done shadow badminton outside in the roads and everything else. So
tell us about shadow badminton. Did you call it shadow badminton?
Yeah. Shadow badminton is basically your footwork going through your shots, that type of thing. So it's actually practicing your shots without actually being on court. Okay. You've got your racket in your hand.
Of course, badminton is a lot about hand-eye coordination. So those kind of things are still, I suppose, people were always doing that, even before lockdown.
All the time. And one of the things is the kids, it actually helps them in their life growing up in that. So yeah, we actually spend a lot of time on the development of hand-eye coordination in it. Right. Because without that, you really can't play the sport.
If we go back 5 years, how's Cape Town doing from a performance perspective?
We're ranking about number 2 in the country, and we've missed out on Free State marginally. I mean, like literally by a single point at 2 years ago at the SA under-19s, and they counted up the points at the provincial week, and that we lost out to Free State by 1 week. That by 1 point. That's how close the tournament was. So, and we're fortunate enough to get funding from DCAS, and we're very grateful for it.
How's our athletes' natural talent? Are they? I'm assuming they all love this sport.
Phenomenal, like you can't believe. Last year we had 2 of our senior athletes go to Nigeria and to Morocco. To the All Africa Games, and the team came back with a bronze medal after coming 5th in Nigeria. So that they've been doing well. And at junior level, for the last 3-4 years, continuously, we've had players out of Cape Town making the national side, going to World Juniors and that. So the guys really have been they've stepped up to the plate and to the challenges that have been there to them.
Mike, what is it that one needs in the world of badminton to make a successful athlete? I'm assuming facilities is one of those things. I mean, badminton, you need a court. Generally, these things take place indoors. Equipment. I'm assuming it's not very hard to get involved in badminton, but there are some resources that you need.
Yeah, basically you need a pair of sports shoes. Yeah. Shorts and a racket. But the first time you come down, on the first couple of times you come down, until you say yay or nay whether you enjoy the sport, We've also got a program that we're trying to get off, and we've got in some community centres through the city of Cape Town. It's a program called Shuttle Time that was developed by our World Federation, and they've, in turn, we get sporting equipment from our World Federation, and if they're up and running in the community centre, we'll actually give them equipment to actually carry on the sport afterwards, once we've actually gone there and actually trained up the people and then to actually take over from us.
What is the next thing for the kids in badminton locally? I'm assuming they must be thinking about maybe the next club competition, or bigger than that even.
Okay, so bigger than that, next year in February we've got the All Africa Badminton Champs in Ekurhuleni,
Right.
where Team SA will play against the rest of the countries from Africa. And last time we actually did quite well when they went to Nigeria. And they improved on that position when they went to the African Games in Morocco. So that's the one. And then a step further from that is 2022 will be Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
If the country sends a team to the Commonwealth Games in the UK. So those are the two biggies. Come April next year, interprovincial tournaments will start again for juniors.
Yeah.
Opens where people from other provinces will come and play against the Western Province and or the Cape Town and the guys from Cape Winelands and that. So there's competition from other players in the country as well. And that's what we're looking for. And that's what they look for in particular. And it's good to actually judge yourself.
Yeah, you of course judge yourself, compare yourself against the other athletes out there to see how you're doing.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm assuming Cape Town is, of course, a draw card. Everybody must be wanting to come to Cape Town. It's a tourist destination. You can come here and play badminton, and at the same time maybe take in the sights.
It's part of it, and that's part of the reason why earlier this year our Continental Federation actually chose Cape Town as the venue for the women's coaching clinic that they had.
Right.
We had players accredited as level 1 coaches.
Mike, do you have much interaction with international coaches?
We do. We're fortunate, especially with Badminton Denmark. And for the last 5 years or so, we've had a coach come out every single year to work with our players for about 3 months. There was one meant to be out here as we speak now, but unfortunately the virus put a stop to that. This particular guy that was coming out this year had been here two years ago, and the players, particularly the kids, made such an impression on him that he's actually coming back, that he made an effort to actually come back. And already we've been in touch and we made plans for next year. So he's on the cards to come back next year and spend 3 months with us again, working with everybody.
That's fantastic. Great to get the international exposure. Mike, I think we're going to leave it at that. We know you guys have got a lot of planning to do, a lot of work to do in terms of the compliance planning, and of course making sure that we prevent the spread of COVID. So we're going to leave it at that. And we're going to say to you guys, stay safe out there, and obviously follow all the health and safety protocols.
Thanks, Jeffy, and thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks, Mike. We'll definitely be chatting again soon, and we'll showcase some of your athletes, your future champions. There we go, folks. Mike Noone, of course, the chairperson of the juniors in Cape Town Badminton. And, well, we're looking forward to speaking more about the kids that are coming through the ranks in badminton. Unfortunately, it is lockdown, and there's still a bit of time to wait before we see it being all hands on deck.